those are the starting lineups, so kick back, get your popcorn ready. We'll be back in just a moment. Welcome to 2K Sports. What could be better than kicking back on a Sunday afternoon watching the NBA? Hello, basketball fans. Brian Anderson here, courtside with Doris Burke and Grant Hill. Our reporter is Allie LaForce. And already halfway through the year, let's see how the West is stacking up. You look at the Lakers. Here around the midway point, they've proven to be a top 3 team in their conference.
When I look at the Lakers, I recall them having a lot of naysayers at the start of the season, but now they may not have any. This team is ready for a deep playoff run.
Well, this is their goal. There's no doubt about that. For what many expected of them so far, they have not disappointed.
And with tip-off coming right up, we've got just enough time to hear from the sideline. Allie, what do you got for us?
Well, we know last season LeBron James passed the great Kobe Bryant for 3rd all-time in career scoring. The 2 names ahead of him, Karl Malone, and at the top, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar's record-setting mark. LeBron said, quote, "I'd be lying if I said I don't see it. Whatever happens, happens, but I do see it."
That would be something. Thanks, Allie. Well, Grant, these teams boast quality depth. As a starter, what's it like having a great bench behind you?
Having depth in the NBA is everything. First of all, having a great bench, you have productive practices where you continue to push each other throughout the season. But most importantly, the season, the wear and tear as a result of 82 games, having a bench can help you win games and save you and only enhance your efforts and your performance throughout the season. So teams that have depth have a chance for great success.
Now let's take a look at Toronto's starting lineup. Van Vliet, the 2, with Powell sliding in at the 3. OG Anunoby out there with Pascal Siakam. And it's Lowry in at the point guard position. And for the Lakers, LeBron James out there with Kyle Kuzma. Then there's Marc Gasol. Then it's Dennis Schroeder. And it's Caldwell Pope in at the shooting guard.
Nice job by OG Anunoby to be aggressive from distance.
Outside Schroeder. Pass to Kuzma. He's off on that one. Now Toronto takes it the other way. And their first look at this year's Lakers squad.
Boy, Pascal Siakam gives you absolutely everything you want from the modern NBA forward. He can score inside, he can score outside. He's effective in transition. He's starting to become a focal point in the half court. What incredible growth from Pascal.
And setting the tempo with an assertive move. Like, where was the defense on that play?
To me, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
Now here's Powell. Coming off a terrific game against Houston. Here's Siakam. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. It's on Marc Gasol. And with Siakam, he's efficient in everything he does on the floor.
He can get to his points without needing touches every trip down the floor. This is a guy who's going to move well in space. He's going to find the open shots. One of the biggest success stories in the NBA the last few seasons in terms of I'm going to grow my game and become an all-star player. That's Pascal.
And defensively, you have to make him work harder than this, or it's going to be a long night.
And around 2 minutes played here in the first quarter. Lowry against Schroeder.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
13 feet out. Siakam pulls down the board.
That's a difficult shot, and if he could do it again, I think he definitely would pass it off there.
Knocks it loose. Stolen by Schroeder. Now, if you're just tuning in, we've played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. After missing his first attempt, now 1 for 2.
Well, Schroeder is 6'1" with a thin frame, but make no mistake, he's got balance and the ability to play through contact.
Van Vliet outside. He can't hit that time. The Lakers have gone 3 of 5 shooting so far. Here's James. Count it. All 3 of his attempts have gone in.
Boy, bump them all you want. If James has already started his motion on a scoring chance, little you can do about it.
And here's Lowry from the arc, and the three-pointer goes.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
Here's Schroeder. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
This is where the speed of Dennis Schroeder comes into play. When he's moving like this, the defender is in a tough spot.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First free throw is good.
You know, I think one of the important things for Dennis Schroeder is to keep trying to become more and more efficient. Let his offense come naturally and improve as a distributor.
Johnson, he's checked in for Powell. That one falls, so he hits both of them. Now here's Lowry. And he's been a big part of their offense, averaging more than 18 points a game. Over to the wing. There's the drive.
And a solid pick to free him up for the dunk.
Boy, the timing there couldn't be any better.
The execution was simply flawless. That, ladies and gentlemen, is how you run that play.
James finds Gasol. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. And a huge part of any NBA team's success is health, especially, Grant, as we move to the middle part of the schedule.
Yeah, so true, B.A. I mean, being able to manage your injuries and stay healthy throughout the course of the season is so important to a team's success. And obviously, as you get to the mid-season point, you have a stretch run of games that will really impact seeding and positioning and preparing you for the postseason. So, without a doubt, maintaining health around the mid-season mark, so crucial to a team's overall success.
Now here's Lowry. His last outing, he had 20. And here's Van Vliet. Pass to Anunoby. 5 to shoot. And here's Lowry from the arc. Oh, again, Toronto with a triple.
Well, Kyle Lowry can do it all. He is an outstanding passer, but when necessary, as it was right here, knock down the catch-and-shoot jumper.
Lowry against Schroeder. Gasol in the high post. And that one off the back of the rim and in. Toronto has gone 3 for 5 from deep so far in this matchup. Siakam with a screen on Schroeder. Siakam in the post, covered by Schroeder. And Siakam with the slam.
Pascal Siakam can be a menace on the glass. He's got length, he's got athleticism. Look out.
Pass to Schroeder. Back to James. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line.
And think about this, B.A. You look at the pressure and hype surrounding LeBron James during his entire career, and he's lived up to it at every step of the way. One of the best, if not the best, since his rookie year until now.
So, Grant, when we talk about LeBron, and you're talking about him to a non-basketball fan, how would you describe him? What makes him so good?
Well, B.A., you have to start off by saying that nobody's as strong and fast as LeBron. I mean, he has the skills you need at an elite level. He is the complete package in every sense of the word.
Now, here is James. He has 7. It's good. And he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A 3-point play opportunity.
I don't know how often we can say we get to watch a once-in-a-generation talent, but how lucky are we to watch LeBron do his thing?
Now here's Lowry. 6 points for him. Van Vliet outside. Back to Siakam. Jacks up a three. Rebound, the Lakers. Coming off a win against the Blazers.
Yeah, they eked that one out. I mean, the execution was spotty. They were lucky to come away with the win.
Yeah, but as a team, you actually love a win like that. You're struggling from the field. You don't have your best stuff. Still, you find a way to gut out a win.
Lowry, the pass to Baines. And down it goes. 2 points.
Well, Kyle Lowry has become the master of manipulating the pick and roll. Really pretty look there.
It's good! It counts at the buzzer!
Buzzer beater!
Woo! Wow. Oh, what a miraculous shot. He's going to remember that one.
Listen, under duress of the end of the period, you just throw it up and hope.
Good scoring in this one as we conclude the first quarter. The Lakers on top, leading by 7. Let's take a quick break, and then it's on to the second quarter after this.
The way he plays defensively, you know what he stands for, and how competitive he is.
And of course, Gasol and Leonard won the championship together in 2019, largely because of their ability to get stops.
Yeah, when you put two former defensive players of the year on the same team, that's going to be your foundation. But both guys were tremendous at the other end as well, albeit in different ways.
And for those of you just tuning in, second quarter action is where we are. Guys, what stands out to you from the Lakers in this one?
Well, coming into tonight, maybe you thought they were going to settle for perimeter jump shots. Nope, that's not the case.
They've certainly made the commitment to pounding the basketball into the painted area, and boy, is it paying dividends.
They've got Alex Caruso. Montrezl Harrell is out there with Markieff Morris. Then there's LeBron James, and it's Horton Tucker in at the 2. That's who's in the game for the Lakers. And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
For Montrezl Harrell, a second-round pick in 2015, his motor has overcome any lack of size. He said, quote, "I'm not someone who shies away from contact or tries to make the game pretty. I have the mindset of being a dog. I put myself up against anybody there is. I don't care who." Guys, no fear there.
Well, you got to like that attitude, Allie. Thanks. Here's James. And it's James with the jam.
I don't know how it's possible for a player to keep getting better with age, but as LeBron said, he's like fine wine, baby.
Lowry, no good.
He has that confidence rolling, hitting 2 threes in the first, but he hasn't had one since.
And he's able to get it back. And he sinks it again. 7 of 7 from the field now.
This guy is cooking right now. He is leading them on the offensive end as they remain in front here.
Siakam, left side. Now Lowry. He has 6. Shot clock at 6. This one for 3. Lowry with another miss.
Well, that's just inconsistency from him, and it's happened all night, and it hasn't helped their cause.
Offensive board. Caruso. Up and in on the layup. And it's a 9-point Laker lead.
That's been the story of their offense so far, getting a number of looks from point-blank range.
Checking out some numbers for Pascal Siakam.
And he's had a rough past 5 games. He's had trouble finding his offensive rhythm and just hasn't been as effective as he'd like to be on that end. But this is something all players go through, and I'm sure he'll fight his way back.
Powell outside. Pass to Anunoby. Now here's Van Vliet. Siakam outside. Back to Van Vliet. The 3 is up. And he's now 1 for 4 after that one.
Boy, Pascal Siakam plays at his own pace, able to find the open man. How about Fred Van Vliet making the jump from the bench and leading that second unit to now starting for his organization? Stepped right into that position for the Raptors. He's a great playmaker who loves to attack with the ball in his hands.
The drive by Van Vliet. It's Powell on the wing. Siakam outside. there's the drive over Harrell. And another basket for Toronto. And Doris, how about Van Vliet? He's a weapon if he starts. He's a weapon if he comes off the bench.
I think, you just love the mentality this guy brings. He looks to attack everyone on the defensive end, and he understands as an undersized guard, he's got to pick his spots.
Pass to Harrell. Second chance effort. And he lays it up and in.
Hey, they're just getting pushed around inside.
Toronto trailing. Van Vliet outside. It's Powell on the wing. Here's Siakam. 6 points for him. Here's Watanabe. Three-pointer. And it's Harrell with a rebound. James with the ball. The three is up. Toronto grabs the miss.
This has not been a good period for this guy. Out of sync, not letting the game come to him. He's got to settle down and make shots.
And the Raptors getting another bucket right there.
Well, a tough first quarter for this guy. You like to see the shot go in. Nicely done.
Pass to Harrell. Back to James. Launches a three. A minute 35 left in the second period. That shot, no good. And Toronto will come the other way. This game following their win against the Rockets.
They were really able to exploit that defense. I mean, getting almost any shot they wanted. It was that easy.
Give them some credit. I'll tell you this. They caught an opponent on a very off night defensively, and you take advantage. Simple as that.
Toronto's gone only 1 of 5 from beyond the three-point line in the second quarter. Outside Anunoby. The three ball. Now here's Van Vliet. He's coming off a 25-point game against Houston.
And it wasn't only his scoring. The intensity on defense. He nabbed 3 steals that night.
Siakam, no good.
He expects to make every one of those, and we expect him to make them too.
To the middle. Here's Morris. And he takes the fantastic lead pass up strong for the slam.
So why does LeBron James have the ball in his hands? Because look at that sixth sense. Wow, what a pass.
Raptors making a change here. Lowry's checked in.
And no doubt, coach wants them to improve their interior defense.
I think right now they're giving up way too many easy looks. That is a recipe for disaster.
Van Vliet outside. Back to Lowry. Pass to Anunoby. He takes it in. The Lakers in the lead. High post Harrell. Schroeder finds Harrell. And here's Schroeder. Gasol the screen. On the attack, Schroeder.
Well, a little pump fake by Dennis Schroeder gets the defender to bite and makes them pay.
That free throw no good. Good on the second one. And here's Siakam.
The ability to read your opponent. Marc Gasol is such a tremendous one-on-one defender.
And we finish.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again. LeBron James putting in some incredible work. He ended up with 17 points, 4 rebounds, and 2 assists. It's hard to imagine how he could have been any better in the first 2 quarters. And that's going to do it for our halftime shows.
And if you're just joining in, one half is in the books, one half to go. You know, LeBron James has been exceptional here, guys.
Yeah, they've done an amazing job of creating room to operate for him. And then, of course, executing.
One of the things every player is after is efficiency at the offensive end. And boy, this young guy has done just that.
So for the Raptors right now, Lowry and Van Vliet man the backcourt. Norman Powell out there with OG Anunoby. And it's Siakam in at the 5 spot. Gasol. And then Gasol with the jam.
Well, Marc Gasol is just so fundamentally sound. You put him in a pick-and-roll game, he is so effective.
All right, a guy like Caldwell Pope, it seems the less you ask him to do, the more he delivers.
So true. I mean, when he doesn't have to carry an offensive load, he's a much more efficient player. He's that wild card factor for this team. He's learning what his limits are and how to play to his strengths.
Here's James, and the Lakers tack on 2 more.
Well, this guy can fill it up from anywhere. James is adept at realizing when to take advantage of that mid-range game he possesses.
For 3, Lowry. Rebound, the Lakers. Gasol's got his 4th rebound in this one.
I'll tell you what, they've rebounded the ball tremendously well.
And it's James with the jam.
You could see it in LeBron's eyes. He would not be denied on that drive.
They've been having major problems offensively.
Definitely in a bit of a dry spell.
There's a screen. And that one drops.
Well, that's not exactly the most solid screen you'll see, but it still works.
The Lakers have gone 3 of 3 in the second half. Stolen by Lowry. Going all the way to the rack. And they blow the whistle just as he gets it off. That's 2 points with a chance at another one at the stripe.
OG Anunoby, because of his athletic ability, can be special in the open floor. Nice finish there.
Johnson, he's checked in for Toronto. All right, Grant, how much did the elimination of hand and body checking in the early 2000s really change the game?
Yeah, B.A., it had a huge impact on the game. If you recall in the 90s, a lot of the games were slugfests. The scores would be in the low 80s at times because the hand checking and the physicality, it really became a defensive game. But since they eliminated that and allowed for freedom of movement in the game, it's really highlighted the excellence and great play of the offensive players in the NBA. And as a result, scoring's up. It's fun to watch. Fans are more engaged. And overall, a fun game. To participate in and to watch.
And he drops the first. Hits both from the stripe. Second half of play here with just under 2.5 minutes passed. Outside Schroeder. Gasol the screen. Outside Schroeder. Toronto's gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the third. Here's Lowry. Lays it up and banks it in. Lowry's got 4 points in the quarter.
Well, this is the go-to play for Kyle Lowry. The pick and roll, he has got it down.
Schroeder finds Kuzma. Poke loose. Stolen by Siakam. Right wing. Van Vliet outside. Second shot opportunity. And Siakam lays it up and in. Siakam's got 8.
Well, Siakam pushing right through the contact. Go ahead, young sir.
And here's Schroeder outside. Rebound by Van Vliet. The Raptors have gone 4 of 8 in the third. In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. Siakam, no good.
Yeah, you have to knock those down. Open shots inside the arc are rare in this league.
Here's Schroeder. And he drops in the layup off the glass. 12 points for him.
This guy not just a jump shooter now. Dennis Schroeder more than happy to get inside and mix it up.
Van Vliet right side. Pass to Lowry. Siakam right side. Ooh, stolen by Gasol. Van Vliet against Schroeder. The ball's knocked loose. Here's Lowry. Oh, and makes it with the kiss.
And why go away from attacking inside if the D has no answer for you?
Double team on James. And here's Schroeder outside. Rebound by the Raptors.
Well, after hitting 1 triple in the first half, it's been all radio silence since.
And that one drops for him.
Boy, absolutely no rim protection, leading to a lot of easy buckets here.
Schroeder with it. Van Vliet covering. Good on the bucket. Schroeder's got 6 points in the quarter.
Instant offense. Dennis Schroeder can fire up his team with that gritty dribble drive.
Pass to Van Vliet. Gasol grabs the board. Gasol's got 6 rebounds in the game. To the wing, right side. Here's Horton Tucker. He's covered by Siakam. Horton Tucker can't hit. The Raptors have gotten 6 of their first 12 shots to drop in this third. It's Lowry with a drive. Anunoby on the wing. Pass to Johnson. Here's Siakam. Oh, a dunk and a foul! A powerhouse move. He's got a chance for one more at the line. That one on Schroeder.
One shot.
That's good from Siakam.
I think, guys, maybe what you appreciate most about Pascal Siakam is his versatility. He can score from a number of areas. He can guard multiple positions. There is a lot to like about this young man.
That concludes the third quarter. It continues to be an exciting neck-and-neck game. The Lakers on top, leading by just 2. And we're just moments away from the start of quarter number 4. Stay with us. And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. Toronto trailing. We've got Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, Markieff Morris out there with Kyle Kuzma. Then it's Montrezl Harrell, and it's Caruso in at the point guard. That's the Laker 5. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Siakam. How about that strong defensive performance for this half's mobile 1 block?
An emphatic rejection. You got to appreciate that kind of forceful defense.
Kuzma outside. Pass to Caruso. Clock at 6. Here he goes. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair. It goes on Chris Boucher. The first one falls. That one's no good.
I'll tell you, despite his struggles at the offensive end, this team still finds themselves in control of the ball game.
And there's the lob, and finished off by Boucher.
Well, you love the unselfishness of Fred VanVleet. This guy is so good recognizing when his teammates are open.
Now Harrell. Deflected. Fourth quarter of basketball. We're about a minute into it. Here's Kuzma. Pass to Caldwell Pope. Rejected by Siakam.
I'll tell you, Siakam has the ability to intimidate offensive players. How about that one? Send it back.
Neither team able to build a lead and sustain it.
After 6 lead changes, it feels like it could come down to one big play.
Now Morris. Just over a minute and a half played here in the fourth. It's tipped. VanVleet outside. No good from outside.
Well, when you've been struggling as he has, you love that your teammates have really stepped up and taken the challenge.
Morris. And that one's good.
How about the balance, the effort? Markieff Morris takes the hit, still able to convert.
Pass to Bembry. Back to VanVleet. Boucher outside. VanVleet with it. Fires the three. Rebounded by the Lakers. Harrell's got rebound number 7 tonight.
You gotta love how they've been crashing the boards, fighting hard for every miss.
Pass to Kuzma. Here's Caldwell Pope. Misses the three.
He is just so deadly from out there. You expect that to fall.
The drive by VanVleet. The shot won't fall, and it's the Lakers the other way. 13 points was their biggest lead of the game.
Boy, the wheels have definitely fallen off in this quarter. He cannot buy one.
And Caldwell Pope gets it to go.
If they want to replicate their second chance points from the first half, they might want to send more guys to the offensive glass.
Boucher on the screen. Pass to Bembry. Back to VanVleet. Driving to the basket. Count that bucket.
Well, if you think about Fred VanVleet's handle and his ability to operate at different speeds, you understand how effective he can be on the drive.
And the Lakers with some changes. LeBron comes in for Morris, and it's Schroeder in for Caruso. Anunoby, he's checked in for Toronto. Powell comes in for Bembry.
One shot.
Just for this trip to the line, I'll call him by his full name. Frederick Edmund VanVleet Sr. Had to get that in there. Now we can just go back to Freddie V.
Here's James. And slam dunk by James. Coming down the stretch. It's still anyone's game.
Incredible effort and energy on both sides. These guys must be gassed.
Schroeder with it. There's the three. Knocks it down from distance. And it's a 4-point Los Angeles lead.
Well, you have to at least honor the long ball from Dennis Schroeder. He is more than capable from that distance.
And it's VanVleet off the drive. Pass to Anunoby. Back to VanVleet. Here's the pick. Takes it inside. An easy 2 on the layup.
So important as a point guard in a pick-and-roll play to understand when it's your turn to score it. Fred VanVleet does just that.
Now let's take a look at the New Balance player of the game, LeBron James.
And it's easy to see why they keep getting it to him. He keeps getting after it on the offensive end and putting in that work. He's been getting good looks and shooting the ball efficiently all night.
Gasol's checked in for Harold. .141 left to play in the fourth quarter. James, and it falls all over the rim and in. James has got 4 points this quarter.
Such a clutch shooter. This guy lives for these kinds of moments and delivers.
Siakam with a screen on Schroeder. Lowry, good.
I tell you, this guy combines crafty moves and an effective shot to attack defenses. Kyle Lowry cooking.
Powell with a steal. The finish. And Powell with the stuff.
Just enormous, guys. With time winding down, goes for the steal, and then off to the races.
Oh, they get a hand on it. Powell with a steal. Pass to Van Vliet. Takes the three. Got a hand on it. Outside Schroeder with the drive. Gets the bucket and the foul. It goes on Fred Van Vliet.
This guy has quality wingspan for his size. Dennis Schroeder can adapt and adjust to defensive pressure.
Johnson, he's checked in for Powell.
That's exactly what this team needs right now, completing the N1.
Toronto's gone 2 of 6 so far in the fourth. Van Vliet left side. And here's Lowry from the arc. Caldwell Pope pulls it in.
Surprising to see him miss here, but they'll be happy with that shot in most possessions.
And here's Schroeder outside. They got the rebound. Tipped. Siakam against Schroeder. And it's good. And tie game. Huge basket right there. The Lakers with the ball. 6-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Offensive rebound. Oh, it falls!
And talk about stepping up in a big way.
I'll tell you, it takes confidence to pull the trigger in that situation. You love guys who relish the moment.
Anunoby a screen on Schroeder. Lowry into the lane. Missed it!
If you're a point guard in this league, you've got to have a change of pace game. And Kyle Lowry, boy, when he does that, the call is going to go his way.
He hits the first one, and that narrows the gap to 1.
Boy, Kyle Lowry has carved out for himself quite the career. This guy came in as a dogged defender, and on the offensive end, he's able to create for both himself and his teammates.
Both free throws good from Lowry.
Oh, tremendous composure at the line to tie things up and give them a shot at overtime.
Seconds left to play in the fourth. The three, James. The three won't fall. Oh, he got it! He got it!
You have to appreciate the doggedness and intensity on the glass. Wow.
And the lob disrupted. Not to be. And so it's the Lakers who scrape by with the win. What a performance they had here at home today.
I'll tell you what, these are the ones that are so nice to win and so tough to lose. I love being on the edge of my seat, never knowing what would happen next.
All right, let's go courtside to Allie LaForce with our player of the game. Allie, it's all yours.
LeBron, you faced a team with some firepower. What do you credit this win to?
I mean, that's a team who makes runs, and they just kept knocking down threes, kept matching up. We're just trying to get some heavy hands on them, but they do a great job of pushing the pace. You got to get timely stops. You got to make timely shots.
The key is to make the last run, and you guys did. Congrats. Thanks.
Thanks, Allie. Great interview once again. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Doris Burke, Allie LaForce, and Grant Hill, and all of our crew, this is Brian Anderson thanking you for watching this 2K Sports presentation of the NBA. We'll see you next time.
The NBA on 2K Sports. It's a beautiful Sunday afternoon. Kevin Harlan here with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, and our sideline reporter is David Aldridge. Now that we have a second, let's take a quick peek at the rebounding numbers for the last handful of seasons. For DeAndre Jordan.
We've seen him regress as a rebounder these past few seasons. His numbers have come down in that department, and I'd like to see him concentrate on bringing them back up. I'm sure the team would as well. You can never have enough rebounds.
Now let's send it down to David Aldridge, standing by from the sidelines. David?
Kevin, thanks very much. James Harden has led the league in points per game the last 3 seasons. And the Beard said, honestly, it's not even about me scoring. Teams are playing me for the pass. I just try to make the best play, and whether that's scoring or passing, every game is different.
DA, he is dangerous in both facets. He's hard to stop. Here are the starters for Brooklyn. The front court spots filled by Harrison Durant. Kyrie Irving is out there with Harden, and it's Jordan in at the 5. And for the Celtics, Brown in the wing. He's paired with Tatum. Daniel Tice out there with Tristan Thompson, and it's Walker in at the 1. Greg, I know you've played for some great coaches in your day. What is it that separates the truly elite coaches, in your opinion, from just coaches that are pretty good?
I think the one attribute that's most important for a great coach is consistency. And I've said this, you can coach a lot of different ways, you can win a lot of different ways, but you've got to be sincere and true to your principles and your philosophy. And those are the coaches, and I've had them that have done it different ways, but they've been the most successful. And listen, you've also at the professional level, you've got to have a presence about you. You got to have some charisma out there as well to get these men to buy in.
Tatum doing a nice job recognizing when to let it fly and when not to. A very capable threat from outside the arc.
Harden with it. He's picked up by Walker with the fadeaway. Harden's shot is off. Austin's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Tice, no one around him. And the Celtics hit again from deep.
Good read from Tatum that time. Saw the defense, had overcommitted, and then made them pay with the sweet dime. Well done.
Outside, KD. Goes up from the top of the key. Can't hit that one. Now the Celtics take it the other way. First quarter, about a minute and a half in. And out of bounds as Brooklyn gains possession. The Nets have gone 0 of 3 from the field to start the game.
And Kevin Durant, one of the greatest scorers to ever play. And not the most prolific scorer, but perhaps the most talented. He's dangerous from any part of the floor.
Irving for 3. The rebound by the Celtics. The first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. Tatum on the wing. There's the 3. It's hauled in by Harris. Greg, as scores go, Kevin Durant's as efficient as any.
I mean, Durant has an insane field goal percentage for the shots that he takes. I mean, when you factor in how many threes he puts up, it gets even more impressive. Durant takes so many shots where he's covered and is still efficient. It's just mind-blowing.
Now, here's Tatum. Harden missing his last shot. Walker's shot is off. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Harris outside. Outside, KD. On the wing, Harden. 5 on the clock. That's good, and a nice assist from Durant.
And Harden takes a lot of pride in being a hard matchup, a tough cover. I mean, he takes no time in shooting once he gets the pump.
Walker finds Thompson. Right side, Tatum. Sinks the triple.
We'll come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
Now, here is Harden. We saw him with 29 points last game.
Yeah, nice effort there in tracking down the long rebound.
And out of bounds as the Nets gain possession. Let's check out the NBA's best three-point threats. Take a look at Harris. He's absolutely deadly from outside.
He is as automatic as they come from behind the arc, and that shooting ability makes him an option every trip down the floor.
Harden the pass to Durant. With the triple. Oh, what a play! Woo!
Tell you what, when Durant is feeling it, he puts on some swagger. He's going to let you know he's got it going.
Outside, Walker. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
And, you know, coaches will take possessions like that all day long. Phenomenal use of the screen there.
Harden left side. Outside, Durant. Harris kicks to Harden. Spins.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
Outside, Tatum. Thompson sets the pick for Tatum. And it's Harris with the ball for Brooklyn. They trail by 6. KD finds Jordan. Lets it go with a 3. Harris misses.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Walker the pass to Tice. Thompson outside. The Celtics working the ball around now. Walker's shot is off.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
They sure are. I mean, they've done a terrific job carving out space under the basket and then pursuing the ball. You know, it's one thing to box out, but you've got to pursue the ball if you're going to get rebounds. And you know, they look strong here in the early going.
Now Irving following the miss by Kemba Walker from deep.
I don't know if there's a player in the league that has better handles than Kyrie Irving. As a matter of fact, his handles are as good as any I've seen in the history of the game. Smooth, crafty, cunning. Man, it is so much a joy to watch this guy do his thing.
Semi Ojeleye is checked in for Boston.
And what an advantage. You really feel like you can always trust him when he's at the line.
From deep, Walker. Rebound, Brooklyn. They come into this one following the loss to the Mavericks.
Yeah, for that loss, you can credit their defense or lack thereof. Too many breakdowns on that end of the floor.
Yeah, and that's really inexcusable. I mean, there's just no way that you can justify that. When you don't put the work in on defense, you're going to end up on the losing end.
And here's Tatum for three. Offensive rebound. Oh, and the buzzer beater's good.
Resourceful move there, ending the period on a high note.
Nothing like knocking down that last possession of a quarter to give you a little feel-good momentum.
And that does it for the first quarter. It's the Celtics up by 4. And don't go away. We'll be back with the action for the start of the second quarter in just a moment. And recently, Kevin Durant discussed what they have to face night in and night out.
I think we get a lot of teams' best shot in the first half, where they, hitting on all cylinders, playing good brand of ball, moving fast, playing great defense. And I feel like we're at that level to start the game, and then, it's about who can last at that level the longest.
And Greg, it's one of the great challenges of being one of the teams to beat.
But that's the difference with a superstar like Durant. He can give you elite play from start to finish. Lesser guys can do that only in spurts.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And a chance for just a second now to check out the scoring breakdown for Boston.
Guys, they are dialed in from beyond right now. They didn't waste any time getting into a groove in this game.
They also came out of the locker room with their running shoes on. I mean, their transition game has been full throttle.
So for Brooklyn now, the front court spot's filled by Harris and Durant. Harden out there with Irving, and it's Green in at the pivot, manning the middle. And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Well, guys, we all know that there are some people who dislike James Harden's style of play. They're bored watching him shoot free throws. He said, "I see how teams guard me and find ways to exploit it. I just outthink the game, and I'm faulted for it." Kevin, that may be, but it's hard to argue with the results. Back to you.
You're right, one of the top scorers in league history, David. Thanks for that report. The Celtics making a switch here. Williams is checked in, and that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. Wait, can you really compare players from completely different eras? I mean, people love to talk about the greatest of all time.
Kev, some players do transcend eras. There's no doubt about that. Wilt's a great example, and there are many others. But in reality, to your point, the style and the way in which the game was played was so different that it isn't fair. I mean, all you can be is the best of your generation or one of the best, and I think that should stand no matter what the conversation is.
Like, there's no doubt in your mind Oscar Robertson could play in this era as well as he played when he played.
No doubt. Bill Russell, all those guys,
yes,
they're truly
yes.
great ones. So much of your ability to perform at a high level is built around your confidence and your belief in your abilities. And those guys had it as much as anybody who's ever played the game.
Here's Tatum. After the made shot from KD. Good on the three-point shot.
He's picking up right where he left off in the first quarter.
Second quarter of basketball, just over a minute and a half played so far. Here's Pritchard. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Now the pass to Ojeleye. Outside Williams. Brown against KD. Nets trailed by 7. And he drives in. Out to Harris. A 3-ball. Offensive rebound, Nets. Harden against Tatum. Outside Irving. Another shot. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time. Harden's got 3 assists now in this one.
It sure was textbook, and Irving is fantastic in the screen roll. A solid decision maker in these sets, and he also can put it in the basket himself if he needs to.
Just not there from a rhythm standpoint right now. It's really eluding him.
Outside, Green. Harden left side. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up.
You know, we talk about Harden's skill set, which is superb, but there's no quit in this guy. He's got a great competitive spirit. And even when you bang him and bump into him, he just muscles through that and says, play on.
And it's kind of the running joke when you think of James Harden, often maligned for his lack of effort defensively, but quite honestly, I thought he improved a great deal a season ago.
And, you know, Greg, I observed the same thing. His overall commitment was better. And not just steals and blocks either. I'm just talking about his awareness, his commitment to that end of the floor. He's a focal point. If he continues on that track, I think he's going to make an impact at that end as well.
Changes for Brooklyn. Luwawu Cabarrot comes in for Joe Harris. And Landry Shamet subbed in for James Harden.
And they just can't seem to get going offensively.
And I think this timeout, guys, is where you draw up some plays that are guaranteed to create some high percentage shots.
Irving passes to Shamet. Outside Irving. Now Brown. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Indiana. Takes it inside, and Brown throws it down hard.
Just awesome speed from Brown. Blasting off towards the bucket and slamming it down.
Irving with it. He has 6. Pass to Shamet. Picked off in midair. And the officials signal the backcourt violation. Not very careful there. And now look at Boston's upcoming schedule. On Sunday, they'll go up against Bradley Beal and the Washington Wizards. And then on Tuesday, they'll be facing Kawhi Leonard and the Los Angeles Clippers.
And looking at the Toronto matchup, there aren't many other meetings that are as evenly matched as this one. Both teams can give and take punches, and this one, I think, is going to come down to the wire.
Celtics leading by 6. 1:52 left in the first half of basketball.
Terrific awareness that time from Walker. Nice job getting his open teammates to rock.
Outside Durant. Foul call. Looked like that he didn't get there in time, and he'll shoot free throws. Greg, if your system overall for these teams, if the schemes don't seem to be working, how much can you really change before you get to the offseason, or in particular, before you get to the playoffs?
It's never easy. A system change would come typically with a coaching change, and the reality is you also have to evaluate the roster, and you can't fit that square peg into a round hole. Whatever your system is, it's got to be catered to the personnel you have. You can't go the other way around, and I think that's what separates oftentimes the good coaches from the great ones.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
And he found the perfect spot behind the arc there. Big gap in the D.
Celtics leading by 5. Outside, Walker. A new 14 for Boston. And slammed up by Tatum.
Tatum has no problem mixing it up, guys. Goes after offensive rebounds with real zeal and a great effort to clean up that mess on the glass.
Now, here is Irving. He's got 6. Here's Green. Rejected by Walker.
And that's the battle they haven't been winning today. Their work on the glass has been porous, and that's got to change.
Yeah, no question about it. I mean, as they're looking to battle back, that's one of the key elements. You got to rebound.
Luwawu, it's rebounded by Tice. The Celtics have gone 6 of 13 so far from the field here in the second quarter. Tatum's shot is off. On the wing, Irving. It's good from long range. Irving's got 9.
Always great from deep. I don't think Irvin has gotten enough credit for how lethal he is from behind the arc.
Right side Tatum, and it goes down 2 points.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
And so it's the Boston Celtics with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. And against one of the toughest offensive players in the league, they've been doing a great job shutting down James Harden. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks a lot, Kyrie. What got you going in the first?
My teammates were just fighting me, setting good screen, and just stay aggressive, not only for myself, but for them. We're kind of in a hole in the first quarter, kind of sluggish, came out in the second quarter, kind of sluggish, but just got to pick it up on the defensive end. That's where it starts.
Kyrie, thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson. Shaq is here. Kenny's here. You're watching the NBA Halftime Show on 2K Sports. Boston found themselves in a close game in the first. They had a 4-point advantage at the end of the period. Looking at Boston, Kenny, how'd you feel about it?
Well, just a great offensive performance tonight. The play calling, the passing, the shooting, it was all working. They forced the defense to stretch itself thin, trying to figure out who to cover. And that created a lot of room for the shooters and spot-up jumpers.
And over to Shaq. What do you think about Brooklyn?
Well, they're definitely struggling with their offensive efficiency. Anytime you're shooting in the low 30s from the floor, you're not going to put yourself in a position to win. They look too predictable right now. They need to do a better job of adjusting to what they're seeing from the defense.
And that wraps up the halftime show. Third quarter set to begin in just a few.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. And you know, guys, Jason Tatum has really been making it happen.
And he was an absolute monster on the offensive glass in that first half. I don't know how you slow him down.
And you know what, guys? I think it starts with having a body on him every time a shot goes up. I mean, they've got to do a better job boxing out.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. On the court for the Celtics, the guard pair, Walker and Brown. Daniel Tice out there with Jason Tatum. And it's Thompson in at the 5 spot. Now here's Tatum. He's got 15. Pass to Thompson. Outside, Walker for 3. Great D that time from Jordan.
You know, I wouldn't be surprised if he gets yanked soon. I mean, that's how bad his shot selection has been.
Well, you can be the judge of if it's fair or not, but Kyrie Irving has earned himself the reputation of being moody, to say the least.
Yeah, and you know, sometimes that sword cuts both ways. Sometimes it's the player, sometimes it's the media, and the media's perception. It's a combination of the two. Clearly, Kyrie can sometimes go off on tangents and come from left field in interviews. I mean, he's not the only player, present or past, that's been guilty of that. One thing you can't deny, though, is this guy loves the game. And it's a matter of continuing to mature and grow as a leader. So I say give him more time, and he'll refine himself in that area.
Now here's Irving. He's got 12. Can't hit from in close.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over.
That shot wide open. Tatum's got 18 points.
Oh, I tell you, when Tatum puts it all together, he is so much fun to watch. He's a player with a very bright future. That was some slick passing from Harden on that one.
Outside, Walker. Tatum dishes to Walker. Shoots the three. Rebound, Brooklyn. Harris has got rebound number 5 here tonight. Harden kicks to Harris. In the corner, Irving with it. Back to Harris. The Nets need to get a shot off here. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. And a quick look at some of the numbers for Tristan Thompson.
In the last 5 games, you can see the trend upwards for effective field goal percentage. And it shows you how confident he's playing right now.
Walker finds Tice on the wing. Brown. The shot that time not on target. So Brooklyn will take it the other way.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
The battle to a standstill on the boards has really been something to watch, and the game's not over yet. We'll see if one of these teams maintains more energy than the other going down the stretch.
Boston making some changes. Jimmy Ojeleye comes in for Daniel Tice, and it's Teagan for Walker. Greg, one of your former teammates, John Starks, would get under a guy's skin on the court. He's like a nuisance, but really opposite off the floor, away from the game.
I tell you, Kev, John's got a heart of gold. Anybody that knows him is going to be a fan of the person. John is as good a friend as I can ever recall having.
When Teague drives, he's really good at baiting his defender into giving him path to the lane or committing the foul.
And so he makes both from the line. And so it's Harden bringing it up for the Brooklyn Nets. It's a 5-point game. Outside Durant from past the arc. And Boston with the rebound. Tatum's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Kicks to Brown. Pass to Thompson. Nice ball movement by Boston. Brown outside. Takes a 3. Connects from 3-point range. Brown's got the lead up to 8 now for the Celtics.
Hey, guys, that's just outstanding confidence from Brown. I mean, getting up with the shot right away and giving the defense no time to react, that's impressive.
Now here's Durant. 6 points for him. Right side, Irving. Over T. And again, no good by Brooklyn. Celtics leading by 8. And here is Tatum. He's got 18. Brown outside. They set the pick. Now here's Tatum. Over Irving. And he gets the friendly spin. And that one drops. And it's a 10-point Celtic lead.
Well, I like the shoot-first mentality of Tatum, guys. Staying aggressive and keeping constant pressure on the defender.
Williams is checked in for Tristan Thompson.
And checking out some numbers here for Harris. He's been a factor for them over the last month. 3rd in 3-point shooting,
And not many players convert opportunities inside as well as he. Top 15 in field goal percentage.
And he's the type of three-point specialist that doesn't need a lot of shots to rack up points. That's why he's top 3 in percentage. It's stolen by Brown. 1:58 left in the third.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Williams, and Durant sends it back. In the corner, Harden. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Harden. And let's take a second to view a list of shooting guards who have been very dependable offensively this season. These two guards are the most accurate in the league. Fifth is Jaylen Brown.
You know, just ask this group. Sometimes when you're hot, you're hot. And it's a comforting feeling for a coach to know you've got one of those guys roaming on the perimeter.
And not only can they light it up from the perimeter, but they get their buckets getting to the rim as well. I mean, aggressive moves to the basket are always going to help your shooting percentage. You got to get some easy ones to shoot a high percentage.
Shots are just flowing from him right now, having a really strong quarter.
Teague, the pass to Williams. Outside Tatum. Back to Williams. And it's Williams with the jam.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
You know, you look at it, the communication is lacking, as is the trust. They can ill afford those types of breakdowns. It won't work. You can't win with those kind of breakdowns. Brown with that amazing athleticism, putting on a show out there with jams like that.
Harden dishes to Durant. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. Durant's got 9 points.
He's somebody that's really comfortable carrying the offensive load.
Outside Teague. And it's slammed in by Teague.
And Teague is kind of sneaky with his vertical, guys. I wouldn't call it great, but it's certainly better than average. And he'll fly high on occasion to jam whenever he gets the chance.
Now here's Durant, and he gets it to go. Durant's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Well, you like guys who can work that in-between area, really keeps the defense honest.
And I tell you what, guys, I mean, with this combination of size and touch, he's a real threat from mid-range.
And here's Tatum for 3. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. Shots continuing to fall as we conclude the third quarter. Both teams putting up points. Celtics lead by 9. We've got more in store for you right after this. And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery.
And they'd love to see every possession end this way. True team basketball.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth and final quarter. So for Brooklyn now, the front court spots filled by Harrison Durant. Irving is out there with Harden, and it's Green in at the 5, roaming the paint. It's stolen by Green. That's in, and the Celtic lead is cut down now to just 10 points with that basket from James Harden.
Yeah, that barrel-chestedness of Harden, so much strength and body control. It's hard to stop him from scoring.
Now here's Tatum. To the left side wing. Tice with a screen on Irving. And another basket for Boston. Tipped away. And we've played through about a minute here in the fourth. Nets trail by 12. Here is Harden. Outside Irving. From deep. Rebound by Williams.
After hitting 1-3 in the first half, he's been unable to dial in from deep since then.
And it's Walker that time on the assist by Tatum. Walker's got the lead up to 14 now for Boston.
And, you know, even though Walker is just 6'1", he may not be that tall, folks. He is a creative scorer in a hard matchup. Great at making the defense pay inside.
And not a night he's going to want to remember, just not really able to score the basketball.
Pritchard passes to Tice. He kicks it to Williams. The pass to Tatum. Celtics passing it around. Pritchard off the mark there with the three-point shot. Guys, they're looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Well, I love the speed that Durant has. I mean, fantastic at slashing into the paint and scoring right at the rim. That length of stride of his and his speed, lethal combination.
Now, here's Tice. Tatum down low, guarded by Harden.
You know, fought hard from start to finish on that play, defended the shot, and then finished it off with the rebound.
And he trims the lead to single digits. Irving's got 21.
First three of the half, second of the game. Can he heat up?
Walker the pass to Tice. He can't get that one to fall. Great tee that time from Green. And up the court come the Celtics on the break. Walker leading the charge. Boston again missing. Nets trailed by 9. Irving kicks to Durant. Drives to the hoop. They grab their own miss. And then Durant with the jam.
Never say never with KD. He's fighting hard to protect their possession with a little help from that wingspan that goes on forever.
Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over.
They're trying to stem the tide here.
Yeah, you know, they had to do something, anything to stop this run. You can't just let it go on any longer.
And now let's take a look at the New Balance player of the game, Jason Tatum.
And Kevin, his three-point shooting has been a big key. 12 of his points have come from downtown, and those points didn't come cheaply. He's worked hard on the perimeter aspect of his game and got good high-percentage shots.
Coming into this game, he had been having a tough stretch. We all know that, but not anymore. He's back at his best, and I think it's safe to say that slump is over. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, well, look, here's what Brad Stevens went over with his guys during the break. His point to them was that they put themselves in a position to succeed and that this is their game to lose. So he needs to see full concentration out of every guy on the court to finish this one off. Kevin?
Okay, David, much appreciated. Now here's Harden. Following the miss by Kemba Walker. From the arc. And Tatum pulls it down. Tatum's got rebound number 8 now on the night. Good on the triple.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
Yeah, I love the fact he doesn't play the score. He just keeps coming, attack mode. He doesn't know how to step off the gas pedal.
And here is Green. After Jason Tatum getting his shot to go from deep. Irving attacking, banked in off the glass. Irving's got 23 points.
Flashing those crazy handles. I mean, major rush hour handles. So fun watching Irving handle the ball the way he does.
Now here's Tatum. Outside, Walker. This one for 3. Kyrie Irving grabs the miss. Robertson dishes to Harden. Looking to end his cold spell, and the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
I really appreciate how hard he handles contact, staying in control of his body, and tremendous balance.
And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Nets.
Guys, the passing we've seen from them has been tremendous, very unselfish.
And something else they've done all through this one is knock down the mid-range jump shot whenever they've had the chance.
Tatum used to getting hit while he's shooting. I mean, he absorbs it like you would expect a pro to, and powers right through that contact.
That one's in there. The Boston lead is cut back down again to 5. The basket that time coming from Irving.
The adjustments they've made offensively, they're putting guys in a position now to succeed.
It's certainly been an impressive run. They finally found the right formula to break down the defense.
This is a do-or-die possession. They have got to get points.
It really does come down to this. I mean, come up empty, and it's over.
Durant just inside the line. Yes! Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
Boy, his timing is just superb. Durant absolutely lethal on catch-and-shoot opportunities.
Now Thompson. Outside, Walker lets the 3 fly. The Celtics keep it going. A new 14-second shot clock. He hits the first one, and that increases their lead to 6. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 7-point game.
And that will add to a healthy lead after that trip to the free throw line.
Brown against Harden. It falls! Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
Boy, so crafty a player is James Harden. I mean, when he gets inside, he finds all kinds of ways and manner in which to score.
And now they decide to foul intentionally. He hits the first, and that increases their lead to 6. And a tough break is his second attempt at the line. No good.
I love how efficient Walker is. The Connecticut alum continues to just thrive on the offensive end.
We've got 13 seconds left in the fourth. Count it! What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
And Harden right there demonstrating why he's a top-tier scorer. Gets these long shots off quickly.
They foul intentionally. That's what they have to do at this point.
That's right. No other option but to foul and hope for some misses.
Yeah, they have to extend the game. I mean, plain and simple. Use every second you can on the clock here.
Good on the first, and that gives them a 4-point cushion.
And the vertical that Brown has is quite impressive. As relentless a finisher that you'll find in this league.
And he is unable to get the second one. Now a timeout called by Brooklyn. They're behind by 4. 6 seconds left in the fourth quarter. What's your take, guys?
Trying to stay alive. They've got to work quickly.
They're going to draw up a play here, I think, to get a shot right off of the inbounds pass to not waste too much time at all.
Here's Katie. It's good. And that shot brings them to within just 1.
You know, sometimes you just assume this shot is falling before it goes in. Durant's outside jumper is that deadly.
They're going to prolong the game here with an intentional foul.
No choice but to foul there, but he's probably the last guy you want to see on the line.
But there was no time really to be selective. Stopping the clock was the priority.
So the first one drops, and that will put them up by 2. And he cannot convert on the second. That misses. And so it's Boston scraping by with the win. That was a fun night of basketball and fabulous finish as they continued to wait out until the very last moment to seal it.
And there are so many times when you see these tight games won at home, that advantage of having that crowd behind you oftentimes is the ultimate X factor.
And that about wraps it up. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for